The outcomes and recommendations from development site consultation. They were discussing Slade Road playing field, or as they call it, downside. If I can find the page. As part of a report which was discussing lots of individual sites that are owned by North Somerset Council. They were just basically discussing what to do with them. The recommendations, if I can find the page. So you caught me unawares, Maddie. The recommendations were that certain sites would be going ahead, and certain sites would be, there would be further discussion. The sites, there we are. There we go, that's the report. Long report. Right, recommendations. Note the outcomes of consultation, which they go into further detail about. To re-endorse the agreed objectives set out. To agree recommendations in relation to individual sites, and then they detail that there's some Western Town Centre sites in Castlewood at Clevedon, to agree that work to promote and bring these sites forward for development should continue. And then they go on to some sites in, a couple of sites in Clevedon, one site in Nelsey, some sites in Weston and a site in Backwell, along with downside, or Slade Road playing field as we know it, to agree that officers should engage further with ward members and local communities to explore issues and options in more detail, including options for partial developments of sites, 100% affordable self-build or community-led housing, and or parish town / parish council purchase of land. Now, the fact that they just snuck that little bit of purchase of land on the end, it felt that the communications coming from North Somerset Council were slightly disingenuous, as they would seem to be pushing the self-build, the affordable, the development, essentially. The sites that were also discussed, somebody came into public participation to talk about the Nelsey site, which actually has a football field on it and actually has Sport England investing money into it for stands and such. So you can see where we are. And somebody also spoke on the one of the sites in Clevedon, and we're not alone in our feelings for these sites. These are greenfield sites. There's plenty of brownfield out there to develop. I spoke about it quite passionately. Got some applause from some members about it. Caritas put forward an amendment to this report, to this motion, that as he said, as everybody I'm sure has seen on Facebook, that he would have liked the Slade Road to be removed from this report, and that it would be offered to us for amenity, at amenity value. Which of course got voted down, but some people did vote for that amendment. We weren't completely outnumbered. So there we are at the moment. That report has been passed, that we are engaging with officers, and officers are engaging with us and residents. I myself abstained because I did not feel that part of the report I could agree with, part of the report I could, part of the report I couldn't, and therefore I couldn't vote for the report on the whole. Neither could I. I know certain members do not like abstentions. But if you only agree with half of it and you disagree with part of it, what can you do? So that's where we are. That's where we stand. It's not being put forward yet, but it is also not being removed from the sites and allocations plan. I'll discuss more when you come to that part of the agenda, more of what was discussed last night, because there were other bits that I see John's here to talk about.